We just make exceptional vitamins so you could have exceptional health. It's not important that you get the products I'm offering, but it's very important that you get the information I'm sharing, because information is the key to being a healthy person.
Welcome back, everybody. It's great to be with you here. My name's Guy. We got another hour. You know we always dedicate at least an hour to our flower portion and our plant portion of the show. And what we've got for you is special. We have got all the flowers that we have in the show are the most fragrant, beautifully scented. Look at these roses. Come here. Oh, it's like heaven. We're gonna be offering those in just a bit. But my pick of the show is hard to pick, I'm telling you. My pick of the show is our hummingbird plant. You guys are going crazy for this. This is the time to pick. We're gonna be delivering to everywhere in the country right now because growing season is everywhere. It's called our hummingbird mint plant. It is our 3-piece. We've got several colors available in this. We have it in sunrise blue, we have it in orange, and we have it in violet. If you love hummingbirds, you will love this, or bees to come in and pollinate. They shoot up in these spears of color. It's probably our most popular, in the top 2 or 3 most popular flowers that we've offered so far. It is amazing. And the scent, oh my goodness, it's so beautiful. And of course, we got lots of other things in the show that we're gonna talk about. But we wanted to show you one of the stars of the show. It was really hard for me not to pick this climbing tangerine rose plant. All right, there's Tiny Torres, even though it says Guy in there. I want you to look at this, stand back, and just be impressed by it. It is beautiful. And normally when we do our little shot roses or our little compact roses, there's not a lot of scent, they're just pretty. These, they're unbelievable. If you love roses, you will flip out over these, okay? The price is ridiculous for $19.95. Free shipping and handling will deliver it right to where you need. And everything is going out now because across the country, you're good to go. And what's wonderful about these, and by the way, these will start to grow very quickly. You're gonna get this amazing rootstock, okay? And here it is like this. This is how it starts. All right, you're gonna put it in, use whatever plant food, we have plant food available if you wanna do that. You're gonna put it in, and very quickly you're going to see this thing start to go. All right, it is gonna start to sprout greenery, and before you know it, those roses are gonna be coming out. Now, we call this a climber, which means it's great on a trellis, it's great on a fence, and you can go out and you can still cut the beautiful flowers from it. Less than $20. I don't expect this one to last. It's ideal for fence poles, fences, trellis, great vertical garden. 695-779. It was hard not to pick this one because it is so dang beautiful. And I love orange roses. So unusual. You don't find these everywhere. You can get one home today with free shipping and handling. Rochelle Grayer is joining us, Skyping in from Boston, Massachusetts. There she is, that bright, cheery face. Good morning, Rochelle. Rochelle, welcome into our show. These are amazing.
Oh, I've been so excited. I've had this in my office now for a week or two, and we were going to air it earlier, and then we didn't get to it, and so I'm excited that we have it now. And look at mine, by the way. It has all of the little, I haven't done anything to it yet, it's growing like crazy, and I've only just had it literally in the bag that it was shipped in for about a week. So this needs to get into the ground soon. And before I do that, by the way, I'm gonna give it a good soak. That's a really good idea with bare root roses, is to just, in a bucket or a pot or whatever you have, just, get that bottom root area down here soaking for like maybe 2 hours in the water before you put it in the ground. It just makes sure that they have a really good kickstart, even though it kind of obviously doesn't need it because it's already growing like crazy. And this is gonna be, this is just one of the most gorgeous roses. I am a lover of orange in the garden. I have a thing for orange, but even more so, every plant that we have this hour just smells amazing. And so that's what's so great about this. Planting roses, the main reason that you want to plant them is because they smell so amazing. And this one in particular is a very spicy rose. The blooms are nice and big. They're gonna like that full sun to part shade spot, but they're a real problem solver in your landscape too. If you need to cover something up This is going to grow. You can grow it on a fence. You can grow it on a trellis. You can grow it in a pot like this. Although I plan to plant mine to grow kind of up the side of my barn. But it's going to get about 8 feet tall and about 4 feet wide. So it's not like a huge climber, but it's very easily managed, and just, you know, all those blooms are going to be right there at face height. So you can just take all of that in, and that smell, which that's one thing that this particular variety is, the Tangerine Skies, is known for, is it's two things really. It's incredible scent and strong scent. That's why it was one of the picks that it was bred for, but also so that it has a lot more blooms than your average shrub rose. This is a shrub rose. This one is bred for blooms that will start late spring and go right through the summer. So you're going to get this just constantly, which is so great.
Look at it. I mean, honestly, and you know, obviously, you know, this is going to get bigger and bigger as it goes. But what I love about roses especially is there's such a reward at the end of the day, you know, when you plant them and you take care of them, and they give so much back. And remember, these are extremely fragrant. All right, you just go up and smell one and you're blown away. Imagine if you've got dozens of them on there at the same time.
They're intoxicating.
Oh,
They're just,
like
so good.
You wish you could bottle that, right, Rochelle?
Oh, well, I buy that. I do get it bottled because I love it so much.
Yeah.
So I'd love it to like spray it on my face. It's so nice.
Pretty.
I'm actually the type of person, when I walk through a garden center, my kids are always embarrassed that like I'm burying my face in all the plants. So the fact that we have 3 plants today that are just some of the most fragrant plants that you can possibly have in your garden is so exciting to me. Yeah. It's just a complete smell overload this morning, and I love it.
You know what's wonderful too, Rochelle? I don't see orange roses that much, right?
No, they're and this one is a really, I mean, look at those. They're orange, but they also have this kind of variation to them. They're a little bit yellow, and they like an ombre kind of effect. I mean, they really are gorgeous with this like tangerine coral color. And to me, I mean, I love a good red rose. I love a good yellow rose, a good white rose, but this is really a little bit more unique. You don't see this color that often. And I think it's really kind of a focal point because, you know, when we see a color that we're not used to seeing, it really, you know, it catches your eye, and
yeah.
it, you know, it kind of draws you towards it. So I personally, I plan to put mine in a real prominent place. I have a barn, and it's got a few walls that don't have anything growing up them.
Yeah.
And I think it's a dark colored barn.
Oh yeah.
It's going to be set off. But honestly, I think this would look great on any color house.
Oh yeah.
There's no color this wouldn't go with.
You could even set it up like we have it, you know, get a big pot and put a little vertical trellis in it and just have it. So if you've got an apartment or just a small area outside on your deck that you want to do, you could do that as well. Normally we put up our sold counter, but I think, Kyle, we have to put up our left counter on this because we are running out quickly. We had about, we had 1,300 or 1,400. We're already half gone, half sold out. If you want to get these, $20, free shipping. You're going to get the rootstock. Remember, you're going to get the rootstock. And what's neat about that is you're basically getting the baby, and then you watch it grow. And every year, I mean, just better and better and better. Here is the rootstock right here. And by the way, what's wonderful about Leaf and Petal too is they give you these wonderful brochures, and inside the brochure, and I'll put that down for a sec, all the information that anybody would need, even if you're not a gardener, on that plant. It's not like generic how to grow roses. It is dedicated to that particular plant and tells you how to water it, if you need to feed it, whatever, blah, 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 all the stuff. And in the back, there's a guide, and I love the back of it. This is kind of a quick reference guide that gives you all the information on what zone you're in, what type of plant. This is a perennial, so this is gonna come back year after year. Tells you about what kind of container size you need. I mean, all the questions are answered so that you can be successful. Listen, you know, everybody that works here, our buddy Doug, everybody that produces and brings us all these beautiful flowers, it doesn't do them any good if you aren't successful. So we wanna create beautiful plants, great sourcing from the nurseries, and the ability to grow it once you get it home. That's what it's all about. Okay.
Yeah, well, and the thing is,
500 remaining.
we
if you want to get it, it could possibly sell out.
Call in.
Huh?
Sorry.
That's okay.
We have our, on the back of that brochure is also a number. If you have any trouble with any of our plants, you can call and talk to us about it. We'll help you out, whether it's pests or, you know, a fungus or whatever. We can help you figure out what's wrong, how to treat it. But if the plant fails, and by the way, all of our perennials, which everything we have on the show, well, actually not the lavender, but they all come with our guarantee. So a 1-year guarantee for perennials and a 90-day guarantee for annuals. We'll replace it.
All right, really quickly, I want to just interrupt you for 1 sec, Rochelle, and tell everybody, we have the Sunjoe trimmer. If you are looking for a trimmer that beats all other trimmers and you don't want to spend $300 on a gas-powered trimmer, you need to get the one from Sunjoe. This is a 24-volt cordless edger and trimmer. It is the most powerful trimmer I've ever seen in a handheld. It comes with a variety of attachments. You get that great blade, which is great for regular edging or regular trimming. You would get a smaller one to be able to do delicate areas. This thing is powerful. Wait till you see how it works. I got a string trimmer at home. Takes forever, and I got to keep putting more string in it. You're not going to have to do that with this. Even as a little flower guard to protect your flowers, $89.95 on sale today. That's a great item. All right, we're going to do a quick special, and we're going to talk about lavender. We presented this a week or so ago, 2 weeks ago. I didn't. I think Alice did. Hundreds and hundreds of you picked it up. I actually, Doug, one of the first things you gave me was a lavender plant. One of my favorites. I walk outside, and not only the flowers, but the greenery, when you peel it off and you rub it in your fingers, it's French countryside. That's what it is. And you can use it not only for a beautiful potpourri, you can cook with this. You can flavor with this. I love lavender. We did lavender cupcakes. It imparts this incredible flavor, just like the beautiful lavender fields of Europe. You can get one of these as well. It has that intoxicating, very earthy, sort of a spa-like aroma, which I love. I love me some spa. 716-783. Rochelle, 2 minutes or 3 minutes or so. Tell us about the lavender.
So what's so exciting about this lavender, it's called Sensational. It's a play on words, Sensational. It's all about the scent of this. And this particular lavender is actually a cross between what we know to be British or English lavender and French lavender. There are 2 different kinds of lavender. If you're a gardener, you might know that. This is a cross between it. It's American cross made, bred for the American market. So it's going to do really well in your garden. But also it's kind of bred for the things that we really want out of our gardens, which tends to be bigger blooms, more scented blooms, this nice compact habit. So this is a great plant for the container garden. If I were you, I would take your plant, put it in about a 12-inch pot and move it around with you so that you can smell that smell. It's so relaxing. It's what we use to like put ourselves to sleep and calm ourselves down and just move it around. I mean, because it's such an amazing experience for your senses. It's just like, oh, this thing smells so great. The other thing I love about this is the two-tone of this. This is just really pretty because when those buds are out, you can see it in that picture there, they're really dark purple, but then once they open up, they get to be that lighter purple, and they're really showy.
You know what, I will be honest, when people come to my house, before all this happened, people come over, one of the biggest things they love was the lavender. And they would walk over and they'd grab a little in their hands and they would rub it in their fingers and put it on like their wrist. And they'd be like, oh my, and I'd be like, it's unbelievable. You can make your own perfumes out of this. You can use this in candles, because I do. Actually, I actually make a little stuff out of I grind it up and I put it in with the candle oil. Unbelievable. If you want to get it, it's only $17.95. It's free shipping and handling. And I also love it to mix with other things because in my opinion, there's nothing out there that has the color of lavender. It is so beautiful.
It's a really pretty color. You know what I love to do with it? I like to take some of the blooms, which they're on these stems that kind of sit up above the foliage, so you can cut them off and you can tie them up into little bunches. I put them in my shower. I just hang it from the shower thing, but I also like to put it over my kitchen sink. So as I'm there washing up the dishes and the hot water and the steam, it just kind of activates it and it makes my whole cleanup routine
Isn't it awesome?
just that much nicer.
I love plants that you can use to more than just looking at, right? That's why I love like basil and I love tomatoes and I love all that stuff, but I love that you can take lavender and you can make stuff out of it. All right, Rochelle, you stick around. We've got our star of the show coming up, our pick of the hour in just a sec. Before we do that, I gotta mention this, because I know a lot of you out there, you all use a hose, but man, what a pain in the you-know-what to have to wind that thing up. Wait till you see this. It's our this day only. This is our step reel. non-twisting, non-kinking, none of that stuff. And all you do to wind it up is use the pedal and it goes right in. You don't have to touch the hose. It has a channel guide that goes back and forth that reels it up perfectly every time. It comes with 100 feet of hose. I mean, 100 feet of hose is $60, $70, plus you get that Garden Power reel. It's on big wheels so you can wheel it around. I love this item. And it was hard not to make that the pick of the show, but we do have amazing flowers in this show. And the next one, well, it just steals the show every time. Bring on the hummingbirds. If you love hummingbirds, and if you want pollinators, butterflies, bees that come in and pollinate, these are the key. They have the most incredible fragrance. And guess what? You're gonna get a 3-piece set. So you're gonna get 3 in the sunrise blue, well, you're gonna get 3 of the violet, or you're gonna get 3 of the orange. All right, all 3 plants will come to you, 3 of each, and just put them in the ground, leave them in a pot, whatever you do. Wait and watch how the birds and the butterflies come to your property. $24.95, it's called the Hummingbird Mint, $24.95. Oh, by the way, and I think the reason they call it that, I'm not sure 100%, the foliage has this refreshing spa minty smell. So top to bottom, these things will attract. And you will love growing them. They're easy growers. Everybody loves them. They love the summer heat, so don't worry about summertime. Low maintenance, perennial, bigger and bigger, better and better. And I love the spears as they come up. They provide incredible texture to your garden. Rochelle, we got about 10 minutes, so we got some time. Tell me what you love about these.
So I've been planting these for years. Some of the earlier varieties, not these ones. These ones are a much improved variety because older varieties, the foliage and the flowers were kind of all together, but they've been bred now so that, like you see there on the set, you have the flowers kind of above the foliage, so you really can appreciate them even more. But the thing about this plant is that the flowers and the foliage really are the stars of this show. The foliage, I mean, oh my gosh, I could just bury my face in this all day long. It's got this sort of lemony, anise, minty smell that is truly unique just to this plant. I mean, I think we're all very familiar with those 3 smells, but if you can imagine them all together, like the lavender, it really has this sort of spa, sort of very, like I feel like I'm gonna go pay a bunch of money to have somebody like treat me really well. It's just
they're amazing.
Lovely, lovely smell. So it's not surprising that the bees and the butterflies, and specifically hummingbirds, love this plant. I have a whole bunch of them planted in my garden. I adore them. They're really, some of the older varieties are like big backdrop plants. These ones are more medium size, so I would put them in the middle of your bed because you can plant things in front and behind them. There's plenty of plants that will go with it. Maybe even the rose behind it and the lavender kind of down in front would be a great combination. And just for like an amazing smelling garden all around, like unbelievable. But also something that would really pull in all those pollinators. Mine, I have it planted right outside my kitchen window. And I can sit there and every morning there in the summer, not quite yet, it's still a little early, I can watch hummingbirds come to my garden and they love it. Look at those deep-throated flowers. Wow. The hummingbirds love that. And they buzz around. They're so fun to watch. Beautiful, beautiful plants.
They're gorgeous. And they get better and better and better. Now, when you order today, I want to show you what you're going to get. This is actually what's going to come in the mail to you, but times 3. And these, if you look up close, look, there's already, I don't know if you can see, there's already little cones of flowers coming out. These are already starting to blossom. And when you smell the foliage, it's amazing. And I wanted to show everybody something if I can. You're also gonna get the pamphlet, tells you everything to do. But Kyle, I'm gonna step over to the roses. And I just wanna show everybody, because the fun with flowers is putting colors together. You gonna follow me, Eddie? Look how pretty those 2 colors look together. Come on, right? I love orange and purple together.
Me too.
By the way, there's 30 roses left if you want to get them. But like, if you look at how pretty that is, imagine this is out on your patio. How would you not smile, especially if you're stuck home? I mean, my biggest thing I love to do, and it's funny, it's weird. My son is going to be 19 in a couple of months, and his girlfriend comes over, Lily, and she's sweet, and I have lilies at the house, and it's like, everybody's loving each other and loving the plants. But they actually go out on the patio, and they hang out around the plants. It's like kids, because they would never do that if it wasn't for everything that's going on, but they're enjoying it. So the bottom line is, Rochelle, we can create our beautiful space that decompresses us. We can enjoy it. We have things to take care of. And most of all, we got stuff to do, because Lord knows, man, my to-do list is getting bigger and bigger, but look at how pretty that is together with that orange and purple. Just beautiful.
It is. I love that kind of cross the color wheel combination of orange and purple. But you know what else I love? I love a nice monochromatic scheme too. Like the orange butterfly mint or hummingbird mint looks really great with that orange rose as well. I mean, that's just if you really like that color, those two things go really well. And then you can offset it with the lavender, which has that silvery leaf. It's a mix and match kind of situation, because, by the way, all three of these plants really like the same kind of conditions. They like that full sun. They're going to be really tough in the landscape. They're not going to give you a hard time about needing to be watered all the time. They're easy grow sort of plants. So these are great, like a great mix and match combination. So whichever color you choose, honestly, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, you know what? We had Kimmy's bringing the lavender back out, so we can show you. And I'll take one of the orange plants, and I'll put it next to the lavender, and you kind of get an idea of how pretty that looks together. So look, I mean, look at that. That's beautiful.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Can you imagine the combination of these, which have that beautiful earthy, minty, beautiful smell? And then, of course, you've got lavender here. I guarantee if you could make a potpourri out of both of these, and your house would smell amazing, right?
Yeah. Right now, I feel like my garden for me is all about taking care of myself and my family in this time where we're all kind of here, and, things are very uncertain, and, and we're all a little bored, to be honest. So, having a space outdoors that is kind of nourishing and giving us something to do, although these are pretty low maintenance plants, but just giving us that nice place to hang out that isn't inside our house. Like, we can't wait. I mean, it's raining here today, but we can't wait till it gets gets to that just nice, cozy summer temperatures that we can go sit outside, watch the wildlife that's attracted to our plants and flowers, enjoy a little, tabletop fountain, that calming, relaxing noise, and just have a cocktail. I mean, and by the way, this is edible as well. I just want to say that these leaves, you can also, flavor things with them as well. You said you can make tea out of them, right, Rochelle? What's that? You said you can make tea out of those leaves. Is that the one? I previously told you about the bee balm. That was a different one. Okay. But yeah, you could do that with this as well. It's a really, it's an interesting smell. It's different. It's not as commonly made into tea, but I don't know why not, to be honest.
Yeah, right? I mean, yeah. So what we're showing you right now is what you're going to get. And you have your choice. Along the bottom here, this is the violet. This is the blue. This is sunrise violet, sunrise blue. I call them all sunrise. And this, of course, is that orange color. Everybody that orders today is going to get all three plants. You can't mix them. You got to get all three of the same color. But if you'd like to buy a couple of sets at $24.95, you can take advantage of FlexPay. We have Extra Flex if you have an HSN credit card. If you don't, we'll get you one. If it's a brand new card, you get $10 off your first purchase. $14.95. The warranty that Leaf and Petal gives you is amazing. You also have 90 days. Like we said, if you want to return anything with us, we have our extended returns. Please be patient with us. If you can do automated ordering, go online. It's so much easier. Leaf and Petal gives you a year on the plants as well. So, I mean, you really have nothing to lose. And when you go to a regular garden store, and I don't like to just poo-poo garden stores, because garden stores are great. But when it comes to product that's in there, I never know how long it's been sitting. I think I told you a couple stories where I've taken some plants out. The root ball is so packed. It's been sitting there. You know, it's been sitting in a nursery or in a garden center it's probably in a nursery, then in a garden center for weeks. And that's not really a healthy plant. That's a plant that's already kind of going into the shock. Everything we send you is ready to go. Where's that little plant? So this is how it's going to look when you get it. And all you do is you simply pop it out, and you'll see it's ready to go. There it is. All right. That's the plant right there. And you just pop this into the ground, obviously with some soil. and you'll be good to go. You know you're gonna get a quality plant that's gonna last. You have their warranty, you have our extended return. To me, it's the best way to shop for plants. I always, when I go to a garden store, I never know, which one should I grab. What's nice is you guys take care of all that work. Your reputation and your business depends on the quality of the product, and it's always there. I have yet to have anything you guys gave me that has not grown. And I'm here in Florida, and Florida's can be a tough climate because we get a lot of humidity. I was lucky this year with my tomatoes. I don't know if I told you, Rochelle, my tomato plants are this tall. I got them, they were that tall. They're this tall to me. And I got tomatoes all over the place because I got them in early enough. Remember last year I waited and you had said, Guy, the humidity, they can't, they're self-pollinators, but with the humidity, it's tough. Well, this year I got there in time. So that's why Leaf and Petal ask you, we know where you live. So we send it so the growing opportunity for you is at the premium time. And that's what it's all about. All right, we have to wrap this up. $24.95, 081680. Sorry, we got a plane flying over if you're hearing it. Hey, Rochelle, can you give me like 30 seconds on the Leaf and Petal plant food?
Yeah, actually, I've got mine right here. This is what it comes like. It's in a container here. There's 50 of them in here. Each one looks like this, like a little dishwasher pod sort of thing. You drop it in a gallon of water. It's so easy. This little outer packet will dissolve and the purple stuff within will disperse into your water. And it's one of these per gallon, so super easy. And then you can really fertilize any sort of plant. So you can do your house plants, you can do anything that we did on the show today, edibles. This is a nice all-around fertilizer. Will be great for anything. You cannot overdo it. That's the problem with some fertilizers, is you can overdo it and then burn your plants. This you can't. I would use it weekly, every other week, roughly. When you think about it, this is a great option. I love it, and you know what? You do have to feed your plants, so this is a great way to do it. Rochelle, you are amazing. Thank you so much for Skyping in from Boston. We will see, I will see you next week, right? Yeah. Yay! All right. Thanks, Rochelle. We'll see you later. See you later. All right, everybody, we have more to come in our show, but here's a last look, and they are so beautiful. If you can grab them, get them before they sell out. We all know we're going through a really tough time, which is why gardening really does help. And our hearts go out to everybody that's been impacted by the COVID-19 virus. And it's easy to feel kind of helpless at this time, but there are ways that all of us, including you, can really help out. America's kids need us. We've got schools and workplaces that are closed nationwide. Children are losing their school meals. Low-income families are struggling with lost wages. And seniors are at the biggest risk among COVID-19. Local Meals on Wheels programs are on the front lines every day, focused on doing what they can to get food and nourishment out to our older Americans. At HSN, we're helping both the seniors and the kids to get access to food by matching customer and team donations, and thrilled to share, we went over our $1 million goal. We're so excited. So what we decided, well, if we could do 1 million, how about 2 million? So we've increased it due to your overwhelming response to $2 million. If you'd like to donate, you can find out more information on hsn.com. Simply use the item number on the screen and pick the amount. Any amount is appreciated. All right, back to us. We are down the wire here. We got about 30 minutes remaining. We saved a couple of special products for you for the end of this show. And this first one is the Garden Power Pro Garden Reel. This thing, I will tell you, is gonna save your back, your knees, whatever it is, a ton. It is the best quality, best made garden reel that we offer here and so you don't have to wind anything. Normally you have to do this. Right? Now, what am I doing? I'm bending over, my back hurts, all that stuff. And then you have to guide the reel in. With this one, when you extend it and pull it out, right? And you can do whatever you want to do, right? And you leave it out there. The way to reel it in is very simple. And I'll turn it to the side so you can see it. All I do is you got one of these, take your foot, and you just foot pedal it back. Did you ever do it one more time? Pull it out. How far can you guys see? Hey, Eddie, can you get me on the jib so I can pull this all the way over? All right, here we go. So I'm doing my thing, and I'm like, normally I'd be like, okay, now I have to bind this thing up. You don't have to worry about that. The recoiling design is brilliant because there's a little hose guide on the front, and I'll show you that in a minute. And all you do is take your foot, and you can hear it reeling in.
If you get a close-up of it, I don't know if you can from there. Let's see if Jid can. Yeah, so here you go. And all I'm doing is I'm pressing down with my foot. I'll wait till we have it locked in. All right. And as I do, there you go. As I do it, the hose comes all the way back. It's brilliant. And it's so well made. You have a separate attachment for your hose bib right here. So plug that into your house, and you're good to go. And all you need to do, and you get 100 feet of hose, a high quality hose. It'll never kink. You don't have to worry about that. Tom Wise is calling in. We were going to Skype with Tom, but our feed wasn't so good. But I just want Tom to come on board and talk to us a little bit about this, because Tom, this thing is brilliant.
Guy, it's absolutely amazing. It's the final solution to owning a garden hose. I couldn't believe how easy it was to take the hose out 100 feet away, and I'm only using a couple of fingers. It's virtually effortless. It comes out of the box like this, Guy. You don't have to attach the hose. The hose is already pre-attached. You just put on the step plate. And now, when it's time to reel in the hose, I'm using my big muscles, my big leg muscles, to just step on the pedal, and it comes in effortlessly. And if you hear it, it's clicking, it's solid, it automatically tracks from left to right. It's really, really very, very nice. You get an extra long hose that hooks up to your bib. You can actually collapse this for storage, and then you got the wheels to take it around anywhere you want. Now, if you've got two hose bibs, you may think about getting a couple. Garden Power has this patented. You've never seen anything like this, Guy.
I mean, to me, Tom, it's one of those jobs that nobody likes to do. And what I was showing everybody before, Tom, and I'll turn it towards camera so that we can get it there. What's really neat about it is there's a little guide on the front, and this is the brilliant part. And what this guide does is it actually leads it back and forth. So as you're reeling it in, it'll wind up evenly on the spool as well. So, I mean, you guys, they thought of everything with this hose.
Yeah, Garden Power calls that automatic tracking. So it's got a fully balanced load when it takes in the hose. So as you mentioned, no bending, no tools to put this together, Guy. I remember I was putting a bib like this or something similar, the old technology, for a neighbor, Gladys. She had it in a box for a week because she was afraid. She didn't know how to put the hose on it and where the wheels go. And this comes out of the box ready to go. It's 5/8 of a hose, perfect for pressure washing. It's 150 PSI approved, and the hose is not going to split or break. It's absolutely ideal.
It really is. And if you're looking for an extra way to get some ease, this is the way to do it. I really hate grabbing the hose. It gets all dirty and nasty. This is an outdoor product, so don't worry about rinsing it off with the hose. You can do that as well. And I love, Tom, that you guys included 100 feet. You could have done 50 feet of hose, but I love that you're using 100 feet of hose here, because that will probably be perfect for most people out there, whether they're washing their car. I know at my house, the hose bib is on the other side of the house, of the driveway.
Right.
Because my house was built a long time ago. So.
I thought the same thing. I said, 50 feet would have been fine, but 100 feet solves nearly everybody's problem. I mean, that's 30 yards plus away from where you're standing. That's a long, long ways away. So it's really nice. So you're going to solve the problem. And I love the fact, I mean, we've all done it. You're struggling with the bending, the cranking. It doesn't track well. It all wants to ball up on one side of the, one side, then you get it kinking. This solves all those problems. It sounds great when you're pressing on the pedal, that solid state clicking as it's tracking. I mean, Garden Power has solved the problem. Now we've got a revolutionary way to use a 100-foot hose.
Yeah. I mean, it truly is brilliant. Anybody out there that doesn't want to deal with it, we've got it available. Hey, by the way, we're going to pull up our credit card offer, because we got $10 off if you get a brand new credit card today. So if you want to get this for $89.95, we have it available for that. It's only $24.99 on FlexPay. It'd be even less if you get the credit card and reduce shipping. I know that we reduce the shipping because this is a lot of product. It would probably be $15 to ship. So we reduced the shipping as well. But anybody that, especially this time of year where, we're doing a lot of projects at home, Tom. I know you still have that farm, right?
Oh, Guy, we had a beautiful Skype set up. You're going to look at the horses, the whole thing.
Oh.
It was very nice. So I'm really disappointed. But I'm looking at this thing, and I put an umbrella 100 feet out into the field, and it's like, wow, that's a long ways away. That's really, really nice hose. And I tell you this, the bar collapses when it's time for storage when they want to put this away for the winter. You also have a nice little clip on the side up on the upper left-hand corner where you can keep the hose resting, so when you roll it around, it's not dragging in the dirt. They really thought of everything.
Yeah, they really did. And, the other thing you got to realize is that most people don't have a lot of arm strength, most people, but your legs are usually a lot stronger because you got bigger muscles there. So
you balance on the bar when you're pushing down on the pedal, Guy. It's really a great system.
Yeah, it really is, and it's very well made. You have a tubular steel construction on top. Everything is weatherproof. So, like I said, when you're using your hose, if you want it, and the fact that you can go 100 feet is really great too. It makes life so much easier. And then again, and I like that you actually are giving us some hose to attach to our garden hose. Normally they give you like 2 feet and the thing is always stuck where it's got to be. You don't have to worry about that.
Exactly. I was really impressed. I'm looking at it. Clearly I have one right here. It's a nice top-of-the-line hose, lightweight, super strong. And what I really like about this guy, it comes out of the box like this. You don't have to put if you've ever struggled trying to put a hose connection on something, and sometimes if they're dripping on the inside, you've got a huge mess. This comes out of factory fresh, out of the box. You take it up, hook it up, and you're ready to go. It's really sweet.
Yeah, never been easier, and all compact. So if you don't have a lot of room in your house, you don't have to worry about that. And all you do, like I said, is just go easy. I went a little faster before, and I stuck it on the corner. But if you go, don't work so hard. Work easy, right? That's the thing. You don't have to be aggressive. I think the problem is we're all so aggressive because we want to get it over with. But with this one, take your time, let the hose go in. And look we've got one compact and relatively lightweight when you think about it, Tom. But what's nice is it's on wheels, so I can wheel it from place to place.
Oh, no doubt about it. And try it, Guy. With 2 fingers, it comes off the reel. You're not struggling. You're not pulling. You're not leaning into it. You're just taking the water to where you want it to go. And I like the fact that this is pressure washer approved. We sell a lot of pressure washers at HSN, and this hose would be ideal for that application because a lot of times the pressure washer, you want a pressure washer, something that's not close to the house, 100 feet away maybe. Now you've got the way to get the water to that pressure washer.
It's, I just can't believe how easy it is. I mean, I'm not doing anything,
It's really, it's one of those things, sometimes you spend a couple of extra dollars for something really, really nice, and it's always worth it. Here's the situation. You're not spending a lot of money. This is a great investment for something you're going to have for years, and you'll really be happy every single time you use it.
Well, Tom, you could go and spend $40 on 50 foot of hose. That's $80 just for the hose, and now you got a reel to go with it. Hey, my friend, we appreciate you calling in. I know your Skype went down, but you know what? Lots of great information. Thank you, Tom.
My pleasure, Guy. Have a good weekend.
See you, buddy. You too. All right, everybody, continuing on. We still have our trimmer coming up in just a bit, and we have our pest repellers. I want to mention the pest repellers. So we were talking about Naturally Green, which is great. I have both. I have this and the pest repellers because my pest repellers work around the clock, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day to repel spiders, ants, all the nasty cockroaches that crawl around your house, especially if you go away. And we're all going to be going on vacation, hopefully soon, and your house will be patrolled while you're not there. Doesn't bother your pets. Plug it into an outlet. Don't put anything in front of it, like a big desk or a big, armoire. You don't want to block it. And put it out. You get 3 of the minis and 3 of the bigger ones. They both work the same. Miniers are just a little bit more low profile. $35, $85. Full presentation with Lou coming up in just a bit. All right, time to do some trimming. I love this show. Give me a break, or just give me a sec as I'm walking over to the next set, everybody. All right, here we go. So, next item is our trimmer. Now, many of you out there have invested $100 in a string trimmer, and then you got to keep buying string, right? You got to keep string after string after string because it's a skinny little piece of plastic, and as it hits pavement or cement or rocks or whatever, it falls apart. What's nice about the Sun Joe trimmer, first of all, they're going to give you a 2-year warranty. This thing's going to last, but this is more like a professional gardener's trimmer, but compacted down so anybody could use it. Battery powered. On this one, you're gonna get 15 full minutes of trim time. You may say, well, I wish it was longer. Trust me, you're getting incredible power of 15 minutes. I had a trimmer for years that would last about 25 minutes, but it wasn't powerful. and I would wind up, that's why it took me so long to do it. This trimmer is awesome. It comes with the trimmer edger. It comes with everything else that you need, sharpening, the sharper blade, and the mini trimmer blade, which allows you to do more delicate areas. Everything is pre-assembled. You just pop it together, and you're good to go. It's $89.95. It's on sale today, and it's reduced shipping, and it's only $29.98. You have your colors of gray, green, or red. It's got the flower guard on the end, so if you're doing around your beds, you're good to go as well. We've got Justin Hyatt back. Justin, I'm gonna be honest, I was not prepared for how powerful this thing is. I mean, this is a real, like almost like landscaper level trimmer, but without the gas, without the fumes, without any of that other stuff. Easy, plug it in, good to go.
I was waiting for you to say that because the first time I used it, I thought the same exact thing. I was surprised at how much power this has. Your journey has finally ended if you've been looking for a manageable weed trimmer that's lightweight, because this weighs literally less than 10 pounds. You don't have to worry about that oil and gas. That feeling of how much oil do I need to mix in there, how much gas, what kind of gas, that's completely over. This is a 2-in-1. This is going to be from Sunjoe. Now, I love the fact that Sunjoe gives us so many great electric products, but this is completely wireless. And it's using the most powerful battery that I've ever offered on any garden tool. This is 24 volts. And I know when you're looking for a lot of garden tools that are wireless, you want to know this is a lot of power and good quality battery. This is 24 volts and 2 amps. And what's nice about getting anything from Sunjoe is if you pick up anything else from Sunjoe that uses 24 volts, it's going to work with this battery. Now, I just simply pop this in, and then I'm good to go. So I was saying it's a 2-in-1. Now I'm going to use this as a weed whacker. But what's nice about this is that you have that sharper blade that's a patented technology, so you can cut through all of that brush and all of that grass, so you can be able to take care of all of your yard. In no time, guy.
Honestly, when you hold it in your hands, you get the idea. You don't even need a lawnmower. So let me explain. The trimmer attachment that you have on is the larger one, and that's also the one that you can use for edging, which basically is just a quick turn to be able to edge. But I've got the smaller one on, and this is great around delicate areas, and you'll see it's a smaller blade. This one is a more flexible blade right here, and you can see that one there. It's a little bit smaller, a lot bit smaller. So this one would be great if you're just doing areas like grass and things like that. And I'll just hit this area right here, and you can see as I come along this edge, it's so easy to use, Justin. And I mean, I got 15 minutes to be able to do this, and I can edge afterwards, which is great. So right now I'm just taking down some of the grass. I'll go right to the end. You can see how that works. You don't have to worry about, you know, going out and getting more, look, I went a little low there. But you don't have to worry about getting more string.
Yeah.
I mean, that's how easy that is. I mean, it really is. It's a great product.
Well, there's nothing worse than having to worry about the string, having to re-spool it, having to get it caught up in knots. It's completely stringless. It's a completely stringless trimmer. That's one of the unique parts of having this one, and it's that patented technology with the sharper blade. And Guy, he was just showing you the other blades that you have as well. They live right here. It's very simple to pop and change off these blades. This one is perfect for those thick brush, those weeds, but you were just talking about edging. Now you have this flower guard that will allow you to kind of stay away from a lot of those delicate flowers and a lot of those delicate areas. But if you want to just simply convert this into that edger, all you do is you pull this down, you twist it 180, and now you went from a trimmer to an edger, so that you can just simply walk over here and start trimming all of that area. Now I'm actually going to switch sides because I want you to see that flower guard rests right down here. So that just simply is that nice guy.
Wow, look at that.
So I can literally rest it right down on the ground and not even have to worry about holding it, so I can get that great area and start trimming. If you're wanting to have the easiest way to have a nice manicured lawn, this is the easiest way to do it, because honestly, Guy, the only person who cares about your yard the most is you, which means the best person to do it is you, because you're going to care about it more.
Well, and you know, the idea of not having to replace the string every time I want to use the trimmer, because like I said, I owned a string trimmer, and I had to go out and buy extra string probably every month, you know, because you buy them in a 3-pack. You go through it really quickly, especially when you're edging with a string trimmer, because you're hitting a lot of pavement, which basically just destroys the string. And every time you got to get down there, you know, the little feeding mechanism for the string winds up breaking. Yep. Always does. So you have to actually take the cap off and pull the string out, put the cap on, flip it back upside down. This is such an easy solution. And I would much prefer a more powerful battery for a shorter period of time with a trimmer edger, because I don't do that much edging, and I don't have to do it every week. So what I do is the 15 minutes literally takes me about, I don't have a big yard, but it takes me about 15 minutes to cut my grass, but it takes 5 minutes to just do the quick edging around the side. So I love that Sunjoe gives us a really powerful battery, because I'd rather do that than have to do I don't want to be out there for 30 minutes edging and trimming because the thing isn't strong enough. I'd rather have something that's powerful, and that's what this is. So platinum, we have it in green, which is the one you're looking at there, or here in the middle, and then we also have it in red. I have 70 left in red if you want to pick that up. We don't have a lot of these. This is the first time we've presented it. It's brand new, but you got 3 months to try it. And I think with a trimmer, especially, you should try it out. Make sure you can handle it. As I said, this one is pretty powerful. So I think it'll be fine. You don't have to worry about it. It's got all the safety features built in. But Justin, this is also great for people that want to cut their grass in a really small area. Like I know your area there, you don't have a ton of grass. I don't have a ton of grass. You could probably cut your lawn with this thing in 15 minutes.
100%. I mean, you're going to be able to get it done in 15 minutes because you have the power, which means you're going to be able to get it done quickly. And you were saying a lot of people sometimes, if you have that smaller side yard or backyard, it's hard to even get a lawnmower back there. So weed whackers or trimmers are some of the great alternatives to be able to use so you can clean all of that yard up. And even if you have a lawnmower, the trimmer is going to get all those areas of your yard that you can't get with a lawnmower, and it's going to be able to give you that extra detail of having the sidewalks look that crisp, clean cut, and then, of course, getting up to those pavers and those delicate flowers. But you were mentioning the battery, too. The fact that you don't have to worry about mixing gas, having to mix oil, this is the easiest way to do it. And I can tell you, and Guy, I'm sure you can attest to this, if you don't need gas, you don't want to go with it, especially with a trimmer, because it'll leave you with a sore back. You're going to feel like your arms have been shaking all day, and your ears are going to be ringing. This is completely silent, and even when I'm running it, there's no fumes. It's completely eco-friendly.
That is awesome. It's hard to talk while we're doing it, only because I wanted to let you know this, this is powerful. I'm not gonna, make stories up. This thing is powerful, and it does make a little bit of noise, not as much as a gas trimmer, obviously, but there's a lot of power packed in here, and you can hear it. I won't talk for a sec, but I want you to know so you're not surprised, but that's power, listen. That is a powerful trimmer, so I'm not gonna talk right now. I'm just gonna do a little area here to show you the difference in that blade. And I mean, you could literally cut the grass. I mean, to me, that is a powerful trimmer. It doesn't even, it's hard to believe that it's electric because, and Justin, you can talk to this, most electric trimmers on the market suffer because they're electric. This one does not. This one is really powerful.
Yeah, you're not giving up anything. I mean, this is the most powerful battery that we offer at 24 volts. You see 20 volts, you see less than that. This is 24 volts, it's 2 amps, one of the most powerful batteries. And of course, it's wireless. So you don't have to worry about that extension cord. Now you don't have to worry about that gas. Take care of your yard. You're the only one who's gonna be able to do it the best. And of course, this is the end of your journey for looking for something that's lightweight and manageable. So you can actually be that DIYer to take care of your yard and not have to worry about summertime and spring having to pay for them to constantly come and cut your yard. You can do it yourself, and you definitely have enough power with this trimmer.
You know what? It's great. Let me update you. I know our clock kept going down. We'll get so many people buying this. And you know what's great? You have until, what's today? Today's May 1st. So you got all of May, you got all of June, and all of July to try it before you have to return it, which is a good thing because a lot of people with trimmers, especially the string trimmers, that's not what this is. A string trimmer, you kind of got to get used to. You have to learn, you have to constantly be stretching the string out. Nobody has time for that. This is easy. They made the cutter durable enough so that it'll last you. You got a 2-year warranty on this product. And if you should ever happen to break a trimmer piece, Sunjoe has them available. You can always grab another one down the road. But you got 2 years on this of no worries. You're gonna be able to trim. And I know a lot of you out there are working on your yards. All right, you know what I'm doing today? Pressure washing the fence. I was actually gonna replace my fence, but the home store wanted $1,000 just for the fencing. So I was like, maybe I'll just clean the fence. So I got my pressure washer at the house. I'm gonna paint it. That's my yard job today. Your job might be doing weeds. Your job might be trimming, edging the yard. Nothing looks better than a clean edge around your patio or around your sidewalk. I love that. So with just a few seconds remaining, grab it. FlexPay, 90 days to try it. Justin, great job. Thank you again. Appreciate you, buddy.
Appreciate you. See you guys.
All right, pal. Grab it while you can. Crazy busy as we always are. It is 691-903. We still have some lavender available if you want to pick that up. It was one of our, this is hummingbird plant. I'm sorry, I just saw the color. I didn't see it. So this was the big winner. It was our pick of the show. You get 3 of any color, orange, blue, or purple. If you love birds, hummingbirds especially, if you don't even think you have them, put these out. You will see hummingbirds no matter where you are. Hummingbirds are everywhere in the country, but they like select nectar-rich plants, and that's what this is. And they smell amazing. $24.95 if you want to pick that up with free shipping and handling. 081610. All right, so I worked in the restaurant business for like a million years. Yes, I did. And one of the banes of my whole existence as a restaurant professional, cockroaches. My restaurant was right, actually I worked in about 5 different restaurants, but the one I was in the longest for was right next to a movie theater. And what's in a movie theater? Popcorn. And what loves popcorn? Cockroaches. And they were right next to us, so we would get their overflow into our restaurant because we shared the same basement because it's New England and everybody has basements. So I wish these were around then because nothing worse than walking across your dining room floor and having to kill a cockroach as it's crawling across the wall. You don't want to do that at your house either. So what we've put together here is a 6-pack of amazing pest repellers, not pest killers. If you want pest killers, go buy one of these. And then when you're asleep in the middle of the night and you hear this, I don't want to hurt my finger. Yeah, you gotta go back to sleep after you hear that? Now you got a dead rat in your attic or a dead mouse in your basement. That's what these do, they kill things. I'm never gonna get rid of all the mice. How am I gonna get rid of all the cockroaches are almost as old as, they're probably older than the crocodiles. Been here for millions of years, but I don't wanna live with them. So what I did, and I have, remember, we earlier we did Naturally Green. I own that product too. That's I hate bugs so bad. I get them like 3 different ways. And I don't pay for a pest service anymore because I can do it myself. I have these plugged in all over my house. I have one in my bedroom, I have one in Danny's room, I have one in my workout room, I have one in my living room, and I have one in my kitchen. And I have not seen cockroaches in over a year, and that is here in Florida. All right, we just had a rainstorm here the other day, and that's when you see them. None in my house. Here's how they work. Plug them in, they create an ultrasonic sound that only critters are aware of. Your dogs don't know about it, your cats don't know about it. If you have a gerbil, put it in the other room because they're a rodent. They're in the rat and mouse family, so they will hear it. But other than that, you put them in. They create this range of cover that will hit everywhere in the room. And insects don't like it, so what do? They stay away. I don't want them in my house because if I take this, and I spray this under my refrigerator, guess what I'm gonna have to do in a couple of days? Clean dead bugs out of my refrigerator or around it. Or even worse, they come out half dead and they walk in the middle of the room and then they lay there with their legs in the air. I don't wanna see that either. And I sure don't need to kill a bunch of mice or a bunch of rats, they'll go away. If you have this product, it'll work. And here's number 1. I don't know how you feel about it. My worst one, worst of all time, even worse than cockroaches, spiders. Spiders are the worst. We get 3 minis, 3 big ones. They all work the same. Plug them into the wall, good to go. Lou Caputo is back. Lou from the Compact Lou Studio. Hey, Lou.
Hey, man, I'm actually in Ocala. So
okay.
Up here, we got the critters. We got the bugs. We got the rats. We got the mice. We got everything. And you know what? The only thing that we use up here at our house is we use the Bell & Howell pest repellers because you can hit the nail on the head. They just work. You know, I actually had to scrounge around just to find a can of bug spray for a comparison because, frankly, we haven't used one here. And that's the thing. Now, what people need to understand is you're getting 3 of the regular size and then 3 of the minis in this kit, and they work exactly the same. Okay, so the output of these is exactly the same. It doesn't affect it one way or the other. They use ultrasonic sound waves. Guy, I heard you talking about that a few moments ago. And it's the humane way to rid your house of the rats, the mice, the ants, the roaches, and, you know, your favorite, the spiders. It'll get rid of them. And there is nothing else that'll get rid of spiders, Guy. You know that.
Spiders are, well, listen, spiders are really smart and clever. First of all, there are spiders, Lou, and you know this, there are spiders that are so small you can't even see them until they bite you. And then you get that welt, and it's different from any other kind of bite. You always know a spider bite, right? Because it's like it's rock hard. Itches like a you-know-what for days, right? Gets all red and nasty. If you've got these in there, and I've never been bitten by a spider in my house, ever. I was out in Arizona. You know, I told you this story when I was out at a 5-star resort in the Red Rocks of Arizona, and I got bit on the foot by some brown-looking spider. And my wife, you know, at the time when I was married, she looks at me, she goes, "This is Arizona. You need to find that spider. We got to make sure you're not going to die of a spider bite." Luckily, it was still in the bed, which is even worse. I killed it. I brought it to, there was a guy actually on premise that was like, you know, one of their wildlife guys, and he's like, "No, that's okay. You don't have to worry about that one." But that could be, I mean, that's a huge issue. We can't control, we can't control what's outside the house, Lou, but we can control what's in the house.
No, and that's the thing about these is it sets up that force field within your house because the way it's a sound wave. So the way ultrasonic sound works is, first of all, you can't hear it. And that's a big deal. Like I've got them all over this house. You'd never know that they were here. You don't hear them. You're not going to hear them. Your kids, your pets won't hear them. Our dog is sitting on the porch right now by one of these. She has absolutely no idea that they're on. She doesn't care. But the rats, the mice, the ants, the roaches, and the spiders, they hear it. And here's what's interesting. Those sound waves bounce off of solid objects. So make sure you don't put them behind furniture. You want to put them out in a nice spot in the room where it's going to get out there. You notice I've got one back here next to the table I'm sitting at. And it's right there on the wall, right above the dog bowls, okay? Because, you know, dog bowls attract all kinds of things when they've got food in them, or even just like little remnants of food. So they're convenient in the sense that you can put them anywhere. And I love the fact that with the minis that are in this kit, or micros, you can put these on countertops and they disappear. Yeah. These are absolutely perfect for that. Kitchen counters, bathroom counters, you know, anything like that, Guy.
Yeah, nobody wants to see a mouse trap, you know, in a house or garage. Nobody wants to see an ant bait, you know, next to their toaster. Nobody wants that. These work. That's really the reason, you know, I'm a big foodie and I don't like having any kind of poisons around the house anyway, but that's really why I love them. And honestly, to Lou's point, all you do is plug it in. All right, the bigger ones, you can use those. It doesn't matter, you can use either one. The smaller ones, a little bit more low profile. I have the bigger ones in my main big rooms just because that's what I did, it's great. But Lou, a big deal about these two is they work when you're not there. A lot of people go on vacation or they have a vacation rental or a home, and they come back to a house full of bugs because bugs actually are skittish too. They'll run away when they see people. You turn the lights on, the cockroaches run away. This works while you're home, while you're away, 7 days a week, and it does, and the cost is minimal.
Yeah, but that's why you need these, is because the best pest repellers are human beings. So to have these in their place, that's what you need.
It's ideal. Lou, you're the best. Thank you, buddy.
Thanks, man.
All right, see you next time. All right, that's it for Guys in the Garden. We still have, I think, 3 more weeks of Guys in the Garden. It might be 2 weeks now. So make sure you stock up. Join us next week. I'll see you tomorrow morning, 7 a.m. For Now That's Clever with me. Stick around because I know Alice is coming up. She's got our best value of the day. I think it's Curtis. Where are you? There you are, Curtis. And man, I'll tell you, that salmon is unbelievable. Thanks for joining me. I'll see you bright and early tomorrow morning, folks. See ya.
There is nothing quite like shopping with a friend.
So pull up a chair and shop with us.
We'll be dishing the scoop on what's hot.
Catch you up on what you've missed.
And share some of our favorite discoveries.
Come shop with us every Saturday morning at 10 a.m.
I'm on a hunt for the things that make life easier. You know, the products you can't live without. It's all about having the right tool for the right job. Come join me every Saturday at 7 a.m. to find out what makes me say, now that's clever.
Here at HSN, we base our retail values on nationwide information. Retail value is an indication of the price you would expect to pay for the same or similar item elsewhere, not the price at which you would be able to sell the item. Prices do vary around the country, so ours might be different from prices in your area. For more information, call one of our customer service reps at 1-800-284-3900.
Food has always been my passion, but the truth is, even in the world's best kitchens, the tools can really make or break a chef. That's why I've developed this incredible, innovative line for HSN. It makes the prep easy, and it also makes the cooking a whole lot of fun. From my kitchens to your tables. Let's turn the everyday into gourmet.